I am Sarah.
And I am John.
If you want to improve your English, this podcast is perfect for you. So, let's get started and make English learning easy. What are the words today, John?
The first word today is without a doubt. Then we will continue with on the same page, then on the tip of my tongue, and then in the nick of time and at your disposal and in light of. And the last one is in the wake of.
Before moving on, I'd like to say today's word list consists of the words our followers wanted us to teach.
Great. We are looking forward to the words from our followers.
Okay, let's start with the first word. The first word is without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt is a phrase that means you are very sure about something. When someone says without a doubt, it means they completely believe what they're saying. There's no question in their mind.
Exactly, Sarah. It's used when you're confident and certain. For example, without a doubt, this is the best pizza I've ever had. That means the person truly believes this pizza is the best.
That's a great example. Let me give one too. Without a doubt, she is the most talented singer in our class. This shows the speaker really believes it. 100%.
Now let's make it real for our listeners. Imagine a simple, everyday situation. Here's a conversation between Alex and Mia.
Hey Mia, do you think I should apply for the manager job? I'm not sure I'm ready.
Without a doubt, Alex, you've been working hard and everyone respects you.
But what if I mess up the interview?
You won't. You've already led so many team projects. Without a doubt, you have the skills.
Thanks, Mia. That really helps.
Anytime, just go for it with confidence.
See that? Mia used without a doubt to support her friend and show strong belief in him. It's a powerful way to encourage someone.
Yes. And it's not only for big things. You can use it in small talks too. Like, do you think it's going to rain today? Without a doubt, just look at those dark clouds.
Or even something fun, like, is that cake delicious? Without a doubt, it adds feeling and confidence to your answer.
So, listeners, remember, if you want to say yes in a strong, sure way, use without a doubt. It's clear, confident, and friendly.
Absolutely. And when you practice using it, your English will sound more natural.
Without a doubt, it will.
Nice one, John. Now, let's move on to our next word. On the same page.
On the same page.
On the same page is a phrase that means two or more people agree or understand each other. When you're on the same page with someone, it means you both see things the same way.
Yes, Sarah. It's often used when working with others. If you and your friend or team agree on what to do, you can say we're on the same page. It means no confusion. Everyone understands.
Exactly. For example, before we start the project, let's have a meeting to make sure we're all on the same page. That means everyone will understand the plan before beginning.
Let's make it more real for our listeners. Here's a longer conversation between David and Emily.
Hey, Emily, did you get the email about the presentation tomorrow?
Yes, I did. Are we still doing it together?
Yep, I was thinking I'll cover the first part and you can explain the second half.
That's exactly what I was thinking too. Looks like we're on the same page.
Great. That means we won't waste time tomorrow figuring it out.
True. And we can meet later today to practice.
Perfect. I'm glad we're thinking the same way It makes things so much easier.
That's a great example. Emily and David agreed on how to do the presentation. So they said, "We're on the same page." It shows good teamwork and clear thinking.
Right. And it's helpful not only in school or work, but also in everyday life. Like if you're planning a trip with a friend and you both want to go to the same place, you can say, "Looks like we're on the same page."
Or if someone says something that matches your idea, you might say, "Yes, I was just about to say that. We're totally on the same page."
It's a great way to show agreement and understanding.
So, listeners, next time you and someone agree or understand each other clearly, try using the phrase "on the same page." It's simple and sounds natural in English.
And being on the same page always makes communication easier, whether it's with friends, coworkers, or even family.
Exactly. Now, let's move on to our next phrase. On the tip of my tongue.
On the tip of my tongue.
On the tip of my tongue. This phrase means you almost remember something, like a word, name, or idea, but you can't say it right away. It feels like it's right there in your mind, but just out of reach.
That's right, Sarah. People usually say this when they're trying to remember something and it's so close, but they just can't get it yet. For example, what's the name of that actor? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Yes, we all feel that sometimes. Your brain knows the answer, but your mouth can't find the words yet. Let's hear how it works in a real-life conversation. Here's a talk between Nina and Mark.
Hey, Mark, do you remember the name of that cafe we went to last weekend? The one with the really good hot chocolate?
Yes, I do. Wait, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Was it something like Coco Dream or Choco House?
No. Oh, got it. It was, Sweet Mug Cafe.
Yes, that's it. I knew it was something like that.
It took a second, but it was right there, just hiding on the tip of my tongue.
That was a great example. Mark almost forgot the name, but he could feel it coming. That's when we say, "It's on the tip of my tongue."
This happens a lot in daily life. Like when you see someone and you know their name but can't remember it right away. You might say, "Oh no, her name is on the tip of my tongue."
It's a very natural phrase and shows you're close to remembering. People use it all the time when speaking.
So next time you almost remember something but not quite, say, "It's on the tip of my tongue." It's a fun and useful way to explain that feeling.
That's right. Now let's move on to the next word. In the nick of time.
In the nick of time.
In the nick of time. This phrase means something happened just before it was too late.
Yes, exactly. It's like you made it right at the last possible moment. No time to spare.
For example, I arrived in the nick of time and didn't miss the concert. That means they almost missed it, but got there just before it started.
Let's talk about this phrase in real life. Here's a short conversation between Emma and Luke.
Luke, I'm so glad you made it to the meeting. We were waiting for you.
I know. I barely made it. My car broke down and I thought I was going to be late.
Oh no, did you fix it on the way?
Yes, I called a tow truck and they helped me. I got there in the nick of time just before the meeting started.
Wow, that was close. You really made it just in time.
Yeah, if I had been 1 minute later, I would have missed the whole meeting.
See how Luke barely made it to the meeting? That's exactly how we use in the nick of time.
Right. It's used when something almost went wrong, but you managed to make it just in time. It can be for anything: catching a flight, finishing an assignment, or even arriving at a party.
Let's say you're racing to catch a bus. You might say, I got there in the nick of time. That shows you made it before the bus left.
Yes, and you can also use it for things that have a deadline. Like if you submit a project just before the due time, you can say, I finished it in the nick of time.
It's a very common phrase that helps show something was very close to being missed. It really shows how last minute it was.
So, listeners, remember, next time you do something right at the last second, say you did it in the nick of time.
Exactly. It's a great way to talk about those close calls when you almost didn't make it.
And now, let's move on to our next word. At your disposal.
At your disposal. This phrase means that something is available for you to use, or someone is ready to help you whenever you need them.
At your disposal. That's right, Sarah. If something is at your disposal, it's ready for you to use, or someone is there to assist you at any time.
For example, our team is at your disposal for any questions. That means the team is ready to help whenever needed.
Let's make this clearer with a real-life example. Here's a short conversation between Sophia and James.
I need some help with my presentation. Do you have time?
Of course, my time is at your disposal. What do you need help with?
I'm having trouble organizing the slides. Could you give me some tips?
No problem. I'll be happy to help you. Let's get started.
Thanks, James. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, my time is always at your disposal.
See how James was ready to help Sophia? He said, my time is at your disposal, meaning he's available to assist her whenever she needs.
Yes, it shows that someone is ready and willing to help or offer something at any time. You can use this phrase in both formal and informal situations.
For example, if you need help with the project, my resources are at your disposal. That means you have everything you need to finish the work.
You can also use it to show you're available to help someone. Like if you tell a friend, if you need a ride, my car's at your disposal.
Exactly. It's a nice, polite way to say, I'm here to help. Or you can use what I have whenever you need it.
So, listeners, next time you're offering help, or you have something available for someone to use, you can say, it's at your disposal.
It's a simple, clear phrase that shows you're ready and willing to assist.
Now, let's move on to our next word. In light of.
In light of. This phrase means considering something, especially something new or important that affects a situation or decision.
In light of. That's right, Sarah. When you say in light of, you're looking at something and then making a decision based on that new information.
For example, in light of the weather forecast, we decided to cancel the picnic. That means the weather made them change their plan.
Let's hear a real-life example. Here's a conversation between Tom and Rachel.
Rachel, in light of the new rules at work, we need to change how we handle the project.
Really? What new rules?
They just told us we can't work from home anymore. we need to meet in person.
Oh, that's a big change. So, in light of that, what should we do?
We'll need to plan more in-person meetings and adjust our schedules accordingly.
Okay, I understand. Thanks for letting me know.
See how Tom used in light of to explain that the new rule made them change their plan? It means they're considering the rule when making their decision.
Yes, it's a great way to show that something important has been considered before making a decision. You often use it when something new or surprising happens.
For example, in light of the recent news, we need to rethink our strategy. That means the news is making them change their plan.
Exactly. You can also use it when something unexpected happens, like, in light of the delay, we'll have to push back the meeting time.
So, when you want to show that something new is affecting your decision, just use in light of. It's simple and useful in both work and everyday situations.
Yes, it helps you show that you are considering new information before acting.
Exactly. Now, let's move on to our next phrase. In the wake of.
In the wake of?
In the wake of. This phrase means after something has happened, especially something important or significant. It's used to talk about the events that follow something.
That's right, Sarah. When something happens in the wake of another event, it's like the effect or result of that event.
For example, in the wake of the storm, many people lost power. That means the storm caused power outages, and that happened afterward.
Let's look at a real-life example. Here's a conversation between Ben and Maya.
Have you heard about the new safety rules at work?
Yes, they came in the wake of the recent accidents.
Oh, I see. So, the rules were added because of the accidents.
Exactly. They want to make sure it doesn't happen again.
That makes sense. Better to be safe.
See how Maya used in the wake of to explain that the new safety rules were introduced after the accidents? It shows what happened because of the accidents.
Yes. It's a good way to show that something is happening as a result of something else, especially when that first thing is important or serious.
For example, in the wake of the election, many new laws were introduced. That shows the new laws came after the election.
Exactly. You can also use this when talking about things that happen after a big event, like a meeting or a change in plans.
It's a simple phrase that's perfect for explaining what happens after something important.
So remember, when you want to talk about the effects of something, use in the wake of.
Right. And that's a wrap for today's episode. We hope you've enjoyed learning these new phrases with us.
Yes, we covered some really useful expressions today, from in the wake of to at your disposal. Remember, practicing these phrases will help you sound more natural in English conversations.
Absolutely. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become in speaking English.
And don't forget, we'll be back with more fun and easy lessons next time. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
You can also check out all our episodes anytime right here.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Keep practicing, and we'll see you soon.
Until next time, take care and keep learning.
Bye-bye.